So, hello everyone. Welcome to another Dice Saga hobby hangout. I'm Christian, and the faceless one is now going to be known as Matt. So, Matt, what are you working on today?
Top secret hush hush. Oh wait, you can see it. Never mind. Skull cannons. Skull cannons.
Oh dear.
Well, I got return fire somehow.
I know. I was going to say with my ogres, you need to just get those bad boys down, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, these things are pretty unreliable, but you know, if they hit, it'll hit well. It'll hit well.
Yeah, are they the ones with the D6? Sorry,
D6 damage. Yeah.
D6 damage. Yeah. So it's just they don't have like the splinter shots similar to the thing here, do they?
Splinter shot. What's that?
Yeah, similar to the KO gunships and stuff, where you can roll instead of just one shot, they have like D6 shots. Kind of
Oh no. This is a straight up one shot wonder. Hence why it's kind of a hit or miss kind of thing.
Yeah,
if you hit, great, does great damage. If you miss, it does nothing.
No,
it's all right. It's not bad. It's a risky gamble.
No, of course. Right. If you just bear with me a second, I'm just going to make sure everything's up and running. So, be back in 2 secs.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. All right. I just sorted out the Twitch side of stuff because before I did the, I just wanted to make sure it's streaming to the correct category. Because I know last time I had issues with that, so now I know that's resolved, which is good.
Where we were streaming to before?
Well, I changed it halfway through, or like a few minutes into it. So we were streaming before, though. It's like podcasts and other things. It's like a default setting.
Oh, okay, right.
So, yeah,
where are we going now?
We're going to Warhammer, which is good.
That makes more sense, I think.
Yeah. So that's sorted. All right, so time to search for the other stuff to make sure everything is up and running. Okay, it's looking good. So yeah, I'm basically almost done my giant now. There's a few little touches up that needs doing. So there's a few little touches that need doing, dry brushing and stuff, and the knobbler on top. So there's a few bits and bobs that need doing, but
just not far away.
Not far away at all. And finished painting my Necron as well. So yeah, just
your test model.
Yeah, the test model. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Probably doesn't come through that clearly there, but
right, let me take a look at that. Bring it back up again.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my mouse?
Oh, there you go. There's the camera.
Okay, right. What colors did you use there?
Oh, yeah, it's funny. I didn't really come up with that. It doesn't show that well, but so I used mainly contrast. So again, I used lead belcher.
Surprised. Very surprised.
Yeah, but no, I used mainly lead belcher as the undertone, and then I used Agros Dunes, snakebite leather, and skeleton.
You really love your browns, don't you?
Oh yeah. So I used all that kind of stuff, and then the Tesseract glow, which makes sense as well, and Black Templar and Basilicanum Grey too.
So cool.
Yeah, I think it looks all right. I mean, the weapon I'm so on. I'm going to post it tomorrow anyway on Insta, but yeah, I'm in an iron about the actual weapon so far. I think it's okay, but I don't know. Obviously, feedback will surely tell me otherwise. I'm just going to put it in our Discord as well. Also, that we're shooting live. It's all good. Welcome everyone who's joined us in chat as well. Let us know what you're working on. Matt's working on some skull cannons. Is that right?
Skull cannons. Yep.
Yeah, skull cannons. And I'm working or completing, should I say, the giants. And that'll be part of my ogre Moor tribe. Right, so bear with me a second again. Shan't be long. Yeah, so I spoke with Keegan about the website. And
Sorry,
like
give me 1 second here.
Yeah. I've been... Yeah, I think he may have been summoned. That's all good. So yeah, so what we're looking at doing is we're going to have a website that's dedicated to Age of Sigmar content. So, and this is we're leading into 40K as well in the coming months, even or something like that. We're going to have our own sector, which is going to be full of like planets and all that kind of good stuff. Where again, you'll be able to place your probably chapter, a Space Marine chapter or something, or your Imperium or Imperial homeworld. It could be a Xenos homeworld and that kind of stuff. And we're going to be conquering planets and going to war with each other. And all this will be hosted on our website that's going to be built. And then on top of that as well, we're going to look to flesh it out even more. So similar to what we've done with the Pocket Realm, we're going to be looking to do a lot more of the adding our own characters in there as well, and your characters too. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. So let's keep an eye out for that in the future. But just bear with me a second. I'm just going to post on the Discord. So Matt's just been detained at the moment because he's I think his kids have summoned him. I hope everyone's doing all right tonight. And if you are watching this, obviously after the fact, obviously I hope all your hobby journeys are going well. So let's get started with the giant, shall we? I think I just need to do a bit of touching up because I did make a wee bit of a mistake with the skin. So I just need to touch up that a little bit and then go over that. But to be honest, I haven't got that much left. I've just got a little bit of the skin touching up and the Noblar on top. So if you missed it, that's my giant so far. Again, it's still got quite a bit of dry brushing and other bits to do. So, but no, it's exciting times. I'm loving it. Oh man, I made a few splashes than I wanted to. Oh, balls. Oh. Hopefully it's not going to be the cover-up shouldn't be too hard, I don't believe. Just need to touch up a little bit of the skin. That's about it. But yeah, so we're looking to do venture. I don't know whether you've seen, obviously, like on our Instagram and Twitter, but we are looking to do some 40K stuff now as well. We've been doing some recent posts there, which is always fun. I did do 40K. Oh, say I played Fantasy first. This was a long time ago, and then I got into, I think that was around about 2001, and then got into 40K around about 2003-ish, and then played that for about 6 years or so, and then I took a step back and just concentrated on fantasy, and then got into Age of Sigmar, and then now it's obviously Age of Sigmar for like 5 years, give or take, and then looking to get back into the 40K universe again, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. All right, let's get another brush. That is going to be too big, too goddamn big.
Oh, terribly sorry about that.
No worries. Everything all right?
Yeah, it was just a giant fly hovering around my head, and I was not going to be able to paint with that thing flying around.
Oh right, I thought it was I thought it was your kids or something that you had to go to.
Yeah, less panicky about kids. The flies, Jesus Christ, that thing's massive. Like the size of my thumb. Christ. Anyways, I'm back and back at it. Hopefully.
Stuff. I was just pretty much just saying about some of the potential future ideas that we've got going on with 40k, and obviously we're looking to obviously continue expanding upon our pocket realm as well. We've added a few more locations in there as well, which is cool. The community is adding more in every so often too, which is awesome. So yeah,
I'm curious if anyone is, because I would like to get into 40k as well if I get the opportunity, though I'm not sure what army I would pick. Just for simplicity, I might, if I can, just go with Khorne or Chaos.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not sure how that works. Like, can I do Chaos Space Marines with Khorne Demons, or is Khorne Demons like its own special, unique thing, and they can't mix and match?
It's a good point. To be honest, I've never been a Chaos player, so I can't really profess that.
I love Chaos.
I know you do.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Adam, thanks for joining.
I mean, if anyone knows, feel free to let me know, or leave a comment and just let me know how that works. Do Chaos Space Marines work with Khorne Demons in 40k, or is it separate?
I mean, I think they do in terms of, well, lore-wise, but gameplay is a different thing, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the thing. I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, lore-wise, it would make sense because I mean, Chaos, Khorne, it should work out, but game-wise, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know, like if it synergizes or if it's even allowed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure on that at all. But Adam says, "Evening, good to see you guys again. It's always good to see you, my friend." Yeah, Matt, new Avalon. I think I just messaged you in chat. Yeah. I'll put that back. I'll put that on the map soon. Yeah, sweet. That was Adam's settlement. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've just been popping a lot of settlements, locations, points of interest on the map. Nothing major, nothing super detailed. Just thoughts and ideas. See if people want to run with it. If they want to have a battle near this interesting location, and maybe give it a reason for why people want to fight, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's cool. I was going to say I did check quite a lot of those out and do look pretty cool. I mean, just ideas for like battles and things, right? Because I mean, why do people fight? There must be a reason. And I'm thinking like, well, there must be either some sort of artifact or some sort of hidden power there, or other reasons why people would want to fight over a piece of land. So I tried to give some details on the maps that would indicate what these things would be that people want to fight over. Why would people clash? Matt, I think we got an answer to the chaos question. So Adam says, I can confirm that they do work together, but it's frustratingly complex to build an army around it in some cases. It's not restrictive per se, but it takes a bit of time basically to get your head around. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. I'll have to take a look into that. Khorne Demonkin. Yeah, so they have... Codexes are basically just battle tomes, right? Same thing. Yeah. Right. So they used to have a codex called Khorne Demonkin. I'll have to take a look into that. I never knew that, to be honest. Yeah, because, again, I don't go near the Warp or the Chaos Realms, depending on which one you're in. Come in. It's fun. We're all good people there. No, of course. Alejandro, hello. Hey, welcome back, Alejandro. Rainbow Kitten 2299 says, howdy guys, what are you both working on? So
I am currently working on my giant, which is going to be part of my ogre Moor tribe. So a bit of conversion going on. So I've got like a Noblar at the top. He's got a what do you call it? A banner kind of thing, if you like, at his back. So you can see he's got impaled, all that good stuff. So yeah, working on the giant at the moment. And Matt?
I'm working on skull cannons. I'm drilling holes at the moment, trying to make things fit. Yeah, this is kind of like an eBay rescue kind of thing. Found these for really cheap. Right. Set of 3 of them. I was like, well, give it a shot.
Yeah, that's fair. Adam says, if they do Wood Elves in 40k, maybe I'll be incentivized to play it again. Yeah, I was going to say, Adam is a massive Wood Elf player through and through.
I mean, Eldar, isn't it?
Yeah, they have Eldar, yeah. They have Eldar and Dark Eldar, which Dark Eldar, their lord, they are like absolutely cynical, sinister, evil to the core. They are
dark elves.
Yeah, but even to an extent, I'd say worse, because they can keep their victims alive while still being tortured, and obviously even worse, and everything that you could possibly think of times by like 1,000, and they keep you alive.
So dark elves.
Dark elves, but they don't have the necessary, unless you're using magic to keep you alive. Yeah. But in 40k, you know how to use drugs and all that jazz to keep your body going.
Neat. You just convert your Eldar, take their guns off, give them bows. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Bow Eldar.
Bow Eldar, yeah. So basically, Alejandro's like the Terminator. You'll always be back.
Nice. I was actually watching like a little documentary about Arnold the other day. He's an interesting guy. He's got a really colorful career path.
All right. So Rainbow Kitten, I'm going to keep calling him. It's not Harry. Rainbow Kitten. So loving it. It's also Harry from Warhammer. Sorry about the silly name. No
Harry, I haven't seen you in ages, man. How have you been? Glad to see you on the stream.
Although going forward, you will be known as Rainbow Kitten.
Rainbow Kitten. Even in store, you will only be known as Rainbow Kitten. That is your official name now.
True. Right. If I do start Eldar, I'd have to do an army based around worshipping Isha, goddess of life, who I have no idea if she is still canon or not. Now, to be honest, you could always have your own craft world and all that kind of stuff, and you can pretty much, again, lore-wise, why not? Just do it. Have fun with it. Do some cool conversions around that.
Let's see.
And so anyway, going back to, if I get to finish the giant tonight, then I'm going to start basing. I've got like another test miniature that I want to try out. Another Space Marine shot.
Which one?
I think I don't know. Is it the Assault Intercessor? I believe.
I thought you did that one already.
Yeah, I got 2 models.
Oh no, you did the normal Intercessors, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to get used to the names. To be honest, I'm still I haven't got the starter set yet, so.
Right.
So basically, at the moment, I'm just testing color schemes. But with this guy,
I think the Assault Intercessors are the ones with the chainsword and the
yeah. So this guy, I'm just going to look to just again give the paint scheme a go again, see if we can improve it a little bit before then I start working on the big starter set and all that good stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good idea.
So Harry's saying, being good boys, been working on some Sons of the Phoenix.
Sons of Phoenix. What's that? Is that like Lumineth? I want to say.
Sons of the Phoenix.
Not familiar with Sons of Phoenix. Let me Google that.
Matt, I was doing the exact same thing.
Sons of the Phoenix. Oh, Space Marines.
Was it a chapter? Yeah?
Seems so. That's a cool color scheme. All right. Neat. Do they all have candles on their head? Yeah, they all have candles on their heads. Cool.
Yeah, they look very cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
Neat.
So the battle cry is from the fires of war we rise. Ooh. I do like that.
I need to think of a good battle cry for my guys, I think.
Yeah. Oh, they look sweet. No, I love those. Here we go. Tony, Matt.
Hey, Tony. Ooh, Moth. Hello. Hey, Tony. How's it going? Did you get the package yet, by any chance? Tony's my commission client, actually.
Yes, I thought he was. Yeah. Those the Space Marines, the Blood Angels.
Yes, exactly. Those ones.
Oh, sweet.
Be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, those Blood Angels are sweet. In fact, let me just see if I can pull them up. So these are the Blood Angels that Matt's working on at the moment. Oh, it's not working on at the moment. The ones that have been sent. So they do look very cool. And then you got these bad boys. Blood Angels, my very first Space Marine chapter. Oh, so good. And then these are the ones I'm working on at the moment. These are my Ultramarines 4th company. So yeah, this is my test model that I've been working on. So I think, again, I was going to go with first company and all that jazz, but the golden shoulder pads, but I just figured I'd go for the green. I don't know, something a bit different, right?
Hello again. The creature eludes me.
What was that?
The creature eludes me.
All right.
Can't fight it.
Nurgle. Nurgle fly. I'll send some pictures to you on a lot of candles. Yes. That'd be awesome, Harry. Just send them. We'll share them on Discord, then on Instagram as well, and Twitter. And all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, please. Share by all means. Love to see your work. Haven't seen anyone's work from the shop for, since last year.
Yeah, true. So,
nice to meet up with people again.
I know. No, it will be great. Will be great. So Tony's not received a package just yet.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I sent it out. When was it? I want to say Thursday-ish, Friday, Thursday, somewhere around there. So it'll take a bit of time.
Yeah, I was going to say I was just going through Blood Angels as well, and then the chosen color for my. It's a lot easier shown on here rather than holding up to the camera. Sentinel, hello, welcome to the chat. And Harry, thank you very much. That was the Ultramarine guy. That again, the test scheme that I've been going for there is again all contrast. So for me, I'm a massive contrast painter now, so this works a treat. As Matt knows, I just want to say, come on, Matt, I have painted quite a few armies, right?
To be fair, yeah, you're blasting through armies like so fast. It's impressive. I wish I could go that fast, but here I am painting metallics. The slow, boring way.
Yeah, methodical way.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's not bad. I think you just kind of get used to the speed.
Yeah.
But like once you get used to contrast, I suppose you kind of want things to. I know, like after I work on a unit or a faction of contrast paint units, I get used to that kind of pace, and then I'm like going back to this. I'm like, oh, this is mind numbing.
It's like going in slow motion for sure.
It does, because I mean, like contrast paint is so nice because you get so much coverage so quickly, and like you basically get one coat down, and it's good. It's good to go almost. But this is a lot more methodical. It's all right. It's different, and it's not too bad once you get used to it again. But like the change going back and forth, it's noticeable, very, very noticeable.
Yeah. Well, this is it, and for again, like this one here, this was pretty much. I'll zoom in, but this is just contrast, blast through, all that kind of good stuff, and it was. Yeah, I didn't really go into many highlights kind of stuff, like different layers and all that kind of jazz. It was literally just contrast, first coat, most of it, and for what I'm after, works out exactly the way I wanted it. With the Ultramarine guy, I wanted to go a bit more, try and enhance my contrasting skills a bit more.
Ooh.
So hence why I've got a bit more like the
level stuff.
Yeah. So I wanted to go with the the layers a bit more. So with contrast, you have to do the reverse. So go with a much lighter tone underneath as your first coat, and then with the what I used was Ultramarines blue with the contrast medium. Was then go over each individual panel, which only takes a second or so, and just obviously go over that to bring out the edge highlighting as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. So, I mean, I've been doing my commission Marines for quite a while, and then I went onto terrain. So going from like normal painting with the Marines and then going to terrain painting with contrast, night and day. Like I was just blasting through the terrain, no problem at all. And then I went back to doing a little bit of base coating on these guys, just to get the normal layers down first. And it felt so slow. And then I broke it up with doing a bit of painting on my Untamed Beasts here. That was contrast. And I think I got through the unit in in about a day or two. So like 10 models, day or two, all done. No problem.
Yep, that's it. The dream.
So nice, so fast.
That's it.
Mind you, it's different.
Yeah.
And the product that you get out is a little bit different, but it's still just as usable on the tabletop.
No, massively so. Yeah.
Yeah. Great models too. I love them.
Alejandro, so painting bolters makes me happy. I'm sure it will make me happy as soon as I get my models. Start painting bolters again.
Do you do the necessary drilling out the bolter rifle?
No, come on, I'm very.
That's sacrilege right there. Calling heresy.
Yeah, true. But you know what I'm like? I just go with the most efficient, quickest, but also decent way of getting an army out, kind of thing.
Yeah. To be fair, unless you're drilling out bolter rifles or the barrels, it's kind of pedantic. I don't think it's really that necessary. But I mean, if people like it, fine, whatever.
Oh yeah. But yeah, for me, it's a no go. No go. So Harry then says, my craft worlds, so basically Eldar are all contrast. Awesome.
Cool.
Love it. Yeah, I love contrast, really do. Just revolutionized my the way you look at armies as well, in terms of
blew your mind, I think.
Yeah, I just don't look at an army now thinking, oh dear Lord, I'm gonna have to spend so much time grafting and painting a whole army, where with contrast I'm like, let's just fly through.
So what part of your giant are you working on now?
I'm just doing touches up in the skin, because I did, speaking of contrast, one of the pains, I went a bit gun-ho and a bit careless.
A bit of a spillover.
Yeah.
Happens. It happens.
Yeah, it's just one of the worst bits of touching up, because it's like, you have to, it's not the easiest to correct. That's one of my things with contrast, especially if you've done really thin coats and it's just like, and then add on a layer, then it looks like it's pooling again, and I'm like, ugh, grim.
Yeah. I mean, there's strong points and drawbacks to contrast paints.
Yeah.
I mean, just like any medium, I suppose.
No, for sure. It's just easy for base coats. So, I mean, contrast is, I was going to say contrast.
Something I really like about contrast paints, it's really good for base coats, because I find base coating the most annoying part of painting or starting to paint something. just because I find it really annoying that you have to go like multiple passes to get like an actual color down, whereas contrast, you put it down and it's that color. It's the color that you expected, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I put down like a layer of corn red. I'm like, it's not quite corn red yet. Then I go for another layer and then another layer, and then it's like, okay, there we go. So it's like 2 hours of work to get one layer of paint down. It's like, annoying.
No, I get that fully.
I can't even imagine what it's like to paint yellow, because I heard like sometimes yellow you need like 6-7 layers and before it starts kind of being solid.
Yeah, no, that well, you know me, I like my browns, so.
On a side note, if anyone ever wants to commission me for any like, I don't know, yellow army, like was it Crimson Fist? Not Crimson Fist.
Imperial Fist.
Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No. It's just a big no for me.
No go.
It's a bit insane, I think, the amount of effort it takes to get like an actual good yellow color out. Unless you have an airbrush. If you have an airbrush, it's not that bad, I think. But with a paintbrush, good luck. Especially if you start with like a base coat or like an undercoat of black or anything.
Yeah, that's true. So Avalon Sunset isn't too bad of a yellow. Yeah, it's funny to say again, I've not really, again, I don't know about you, Matt, but I've not really gone heavy with yellows in general. It's not a color that I tend to use. Well, I tell a lie. When I have used yellows, I tend to go with is it Iodine Yellow, which is the contrast one. So I use that. It's great.
Surprise.
It's great for flames and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I have used it now and again. Or sometimes I think before I've mixed it in with the Plague Bearer flesh as well to get kind of a different vibe as well. A bit more of a sickly kind of vibe. This was Muscaven before.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. So, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I've done a bit of mixing with contrast as well. Nothing too crazy, but because I always find when you mix colors, the difficulty is getting that same color scheme back. Obviously, in terms of levels, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's possible and I can do it, but over a whole army, if I'm looking to do that, then no.
Yeah, I guess I can see why that would be kind of annoying, just because it's a matter of getting the right proportions, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like any mixing, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna go over the chain a bit, and I'm going to do some dry brushing shortly. I just want to try and get the knoblar done at the top. And then I think it's done. I just need to... Oh, the squash knoblar on the ground as well. Forgot about him. So I call it a hobby hangout, Matt. And obviously I call this hobby hangout, of course. And what I find is quite often I'm too busy talking to actually get any hobby done.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah,
that's
non-stop.
I usually get a lot done, but then again, I'm kind of I'm the more reactive person to the conversation. I don't bring up topics as much.
Yeah, you bring in your wit now and again with your one-liners to, knock it out of the park, the conversation.
That's what I do. That's what I'm known for. That's what I'm good for. The witty one-liners. That's what wins people over.
Oh, yes. Oh, Dracula TV series, Castlevania. Season 4's out.
Wait, which? Dracula or Castlevania?
Castlevania.
Yeah. I started watching the first episode, or maybe the second episode. I don't remember. But yeah. It's quite a good series, I think. It's getting my juices running for Soul Blight.
It is really cool. So what is this for your Soul Blight? What are you thinking of getting into kind of themed around that, is it?
Blood Knights.
Blood Knights, yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking, because it's interesting, because like I've had thoughts about starting a vampire army for a while, or at least to a degree, because it wasn't really an option before the Soul Blight came out.
Yeah.
But I have a backstory for my Lord Celestant, which kind of ties in with vampires. So finally having a vampire faction means I can bring it in.
Ooh.
And from some of the lore bits that I've written about it, it works out that he would be fighting against, hordes of zombies, ghouls, and then the main character or the main antagonist of my Lord Celestant would be a vampire knight or vampire lord on Zombie Dragon.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool.
And since the named hero, I think it's Prince Vordry, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
he's the named version of the vampire lord on Zombie Dragon.
Yeah.
So I'll use that as my main character.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think it'll work out very well.
That, yeah. And if you ever want to have your Stormcast fight against your undead, I'll be happy using any.
I'm sure we can get a chance at some point, yeah.
Oh, yes. Happy using either or.
You want to get back onto the undead, onto the vampires?
See, I mean, with fantasy, my vampire counts were my main go-to faction for years. And so now they've come back to an extent, and they've got if I was to ever get into Soulblight, I would probably go down the, probably horde route. So tons of zombies, skeletons. Yeah. That's the kind of thing I'd like to do. But again, I just need to get my Lumineth, not Lumineth, Idoneth. I need to get my Idoneth.
At this point, I'm expecting you to sell them or something.
In fact, no, because this is a case in point, actually, for obviously, guys in chat and stuff. We are getting very close to 3,000 followers on Instagram. And when we do hit that target, obviously, it's a massive thank you to, obviously, I'm going to do a proper video for all this kind of stuff anyway, but just a massive thank you for all the follows, obviously the support we've had with the community as well for YouTube and obviously elsewhere. We're going to do a giveaway for the Flesh Eater Court starter box. So this is the Broken Realms version, along with the book. So that might be of interest. So if you are interested in starting a new army or adding to your existing one of Flesh Eater Courts, might be something to keep your eyes open for. Again, we'll do the proper announcements and all that stuff closer to the time. But yeah, that'll free up some time for the Idoneth.
The Idoneth jump the queue a little bit.
Yeah.
Been waiting a long while in their boxes, I bet.
Oh no, they have been. They've been underwater, biding their time. Yes, biding their time. But yeah, I'm thinking on our new map. Let me just get the map up. So on our map here, I'm thinking of potentially being in the center bit here. Don't know if you can see it, Matt. I'm zooming. So I'm thinking about being placed in the center here with my Idoneth. So then having tunnels.
That little ocean thing.
Yeah, and like Agent Agash, when I was talking to him the other day, is potentially having tunnels going out into the elsewhere. It's just a good little strike point to get into.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, like underground or underwater tunnels makes sense for just traveling around.
Yeah. So that's the idea behind the Idoneth and their starting location, which is good.
I think I've named that lake now, haven't I? It's like Beast Heart Lake or the Great Beast Heart Lake or something.
Well, I don't think you've.
Are you talking about the one that's leading up to the Broken Crown?
No, the lake section. I don't know whether did you give it a name?
I feel.
The Great Beast Heart Lake. Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Because it looks like a heart, and it's next to the beast.
Coincidence? Who knows?
Coincidence. Yeah, like we need to start thinking about where we want to fight, what we want to fight over, and things like that.
Yeah, because we've got.
I'm thinking of adding some bonuses.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about adding some bonuses for certain things, if you go to the temple-looking thing at the bottom corner of the Beastland Waste, there's like what's that thing called?
Oh, the Beastland Waste, did you say?
Yeah. So if you go between the Beastland Waste and the Grand Lush, that one.
Yeah.
What's that one called again?
Ancient Temple of the Beast.
Ancient Temple of... Yes. So I'm thinking for like these things, these areas. I'm thinking like whoever owns that territory or whoever has won on that territory the most recently, they'll get like some sort of bonus just to show that they control it.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I think like from some of the White Dwarf campaigns that they've done in the past, it's something that they do. Like whoever holds this gets this bonus and whatnot. So like for something like that, I'd say like, whoever owns it will, I don't know, +1 to run in charges, something like that. Or
that's
+2.
cool. Yeah,
things like that. And like on the glacial or the on the Broken Crown, I've had that as like a seat of power, and it has like a very good vantage point. So whoever owns that, they'll get +1 to their command points at the very start of the game.
I like that.
Just things like that.
Yeah, about I think with my ogre army here, the Gulping Pit, I think I'm just going to venture forth over here to get that plus movement.
Please don't.
Come back. So Harry Rainbow Kitten is sent pics to you, Matt, by the way, about the, I think it was it via Eldar, or is it that you're sending pictures for? I'm not too sure.
Are you just sending unsolicited?
Who knows?
Other kind of pictures. I don't know.
You can
filter
them out, Matt. You can filter them.
I'll check them out. Don't worry.
Oh, look at Nagash here. He's just praising himself. That's what he does, right? If you don't know Agent Nagash,
boo this man.
He comes onto other people's channels and literally just praises himself.
That sounds like Nagash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How is it? How you? Oh, I can't even speak. How you doing, friend? There you go. You got the words out. So that was a lot of skull cannons, Matt.
Just 3. Just enough for, I think, what's it called? Skull Thunder or Gore Thunder Battalion.
What does that do?
I don't remember. I think it's either +1 to their runs and charges, or what was it? I don't know. Something. It gives them a bonus of some sorts.
Yeah, you'd expect that with a battalion.
I don't know.
It
just sounded.
It gives them
sounded fun.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll do. All right. Oh yeah, I was going to say it's actually been browsing. I'm just waiting for the flesh to dry. By the way, so I've been browsing.
I don't hear that very often. Waiting for my flesh to dry.
Well, I've done my pants the other day, so that was good. At least I can move on from those topics, Matt. But yeah, no, I was looking at this and I thought, the animated series. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a lot of people have put a lot of effort in those, and it's so good. It's so nice that GW has kind of validated these, these great animations.
Yes.
Hope to see more of them in the future.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is why I want it to be so successful. So there is obviously, a lot more out there in the future. So Nagash, I am well, thank you. Hope you are both okay as well.
I'm not too bad. Yeah. I'm just tired from my night shifts, but burning strong.
Keep going strong, Matt. Keep going strong.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that at some point someone will start making like Age of Sigmar animations, and GW picks up on that, because that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
And again, I'm one for anime, so if they can do like an anime style, like a AOS something, so cool, so awesome.
I'm just looking now. So it's so you get a little preview on Saturday 22nd, 6 p.m. Obviously our time. That's pretty cool. So you got the sisters. Not sure who that guy is in the back. I'm assuming Space Marine, possibly Inquisitor, maybe Space Marine, I guess. And then obviously a Psyker of some sorts. And then obviously orcs down below. That'll be pretty cool.
Gotta have orcs.
You gotta have orcs. Random opinion. MK4 Space Marine power armor is the best model of power armor. I don't know, to be honest.
Let's take a look. I don't know. There's been a lot of different grades and makes of these power armor, so I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
So MK4 power armor. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, again, I'm going off my own memory here, so it could be iffy.
Okay. To be fair, there's just like a lot of like minor changes that go on over time. This one looks all right.
No, yeah, for sure. Just one of those. I don't know, because I'm kind of liking the new, the new Primaris models and all that kind of stuff. And again, I can't remember what the armor's called. Again, I'm going to get the starter set soon, so my knowledge will grow in time.
I like the tassels on the Mark IV. It's nice. Nice little addition.
Nice, cool. So take it then. That's your favorite then.
Who, me?
No, sorry, Alejandro. Take it. That's his favorite then. Favorite power armor. So Henry, anime, I agree. Yes.
Of course you would, Henry or Harry. Of course.
Sorry, Harry. I'm just going to say kitten. I'm going to call him kitten. I'll do. It's going to get shorter and shorter now. Instead of rainbow kitten, it's now just going to be kitten, I think. Especially as the night goes on, and it gets
really awkward. It's though when we start referring to him as "Hey kitten, are you kitten? You doing okay, kitten?"
As long as we don't go any more euphemisms in terms of what a cat is, then be all right. We'll avoid that topic. Primaris armor, and gosh, to be honest, I'm the same. I just think it looks really sweet. It looks cool.
I like the fact that it's more well proportioned. That's probably one of my biggest, the biggest selling points of it for me.
Yeah, massively. Right. It looks like Medieval Knights. Is this the M4? Is it MK4, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay. I was thinking Primaris. No, of course not, MK4. Primaris is also cool, yeah. To be honest, there's probably something that I like about vast majority. There's something I can pick that I actually like about each probably set of power armor. It's just, I think at this moment in time, I probably lean towards the Primaris stuff. But again, I'm actually listening to the Indomitus audiobook at the moment as well. So again, that's just to help me get caught up to date with what's going on as well, which is always fun. Black Templars are the best than Blood Angels. Yeah, I'd say for me, again, Nagash, I don't know whether we showed you, but I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but Matt's done a commission for Blood Angels. So obviously he's worked on these guys just recently. Obviously you can see it look pretty damn cool.
I think most of the chapters have like really good qualities to them, like color scheme wise. Everyone has like really nice, not everyone, but like most of the chapters have very nice color schemes.
There's something you can
balance colors. It's very appealing to the eye for the most part.
Yeah.
And then again, like everyone has different opinions of what's the best, but everyone has like a fairly decent color scheme.
Yeah. And I think for me, I know for me, I'm going with the Ultramarines Force Company. So they're so again, this is, as Matt would always laugh every single time, but these are contrast, which obviously is just my bread and butter these days. So
I'm just so shocked that you're using contrast. I just couldn't imagine you using contrast. It seems so bizarre to me.
Tell me about it. Yeah,
I'll stop making fun of it at some point.
No, you won't. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, that's. I'm going to look to post the Necron guy. I need to come up with a the name for their, I don't know what you call it, their legion, if you like.
Dynasty.
Dynasty, there you go. Yeah, cheers, Matt.
Is that it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, that's right. So yeah, it needs to come with a name for their dynasty as well. Which I will do eventually.
Is that before or after your Ideneth?
What, do you mean the painting?
No, just the naming. Everything that you say eventually, I just think of the Ideneth and their poor, just half existence in a box somewhere. Teclis has abandoned them, and now you.
I know. Oh, dear me. I know. It's sad times, but I blame Josh as well at the store. I do blame him because he's saying, they're due a book soon. You may be worth waiting just a little bit until the book comes out, then you can look to plan a bit more. I was like, oh yeah, it's a good idea. I've got about 6 other armies anyway, but nah, it's all good.
You can't blame the dealer. The addiction is yours.
I need to own it, don't I? That's the key.
You do.
Yeah. Admit that I've got a problem.
to addiction services.
And then
that'll help.
Oh no, dear me. But yeah, Lumineth. I keep saying Lumineth. Dear Lord, Ideneth.
You know what? That sounds like a Freudian slip to me. Are you looking to pick up some Lumineth soon?
Speaking of which, that was just a segue, Matt. Here we go. I can have the box of Lumineth now. Oh dear. Yeah, but so I'm going to be doing it in tandem, Matt. In tandem.
Right. I'll believe it when I see it.
It's going to be just like the Necrons and Ideneth, they come from below. So you won't expect it, put it that way. What a beautiful ogre. Oh, ogre. Cheers. Thank you kindly. That was your voiceover, Nagash, wasn't it? You do remember this battle report, don't you? In fact, actually, we got 2+ Tough doing the next bat rep. Is doing some Stormcast voiceovers, which will be fun.
Very majestic sounding.
Mm.
Wait, which ones is he doing? Is it the Castellant or the Liberators?
He's doing the Liberator and Prosecutor.
Ah, okay, cool. Nice little banter I made for them.
Yeah, exactly reason. Yeah, I'll be doing the Retributor and the Lord Castellant, I believe his name is. Right. Now time for the Noblar. Where's my Orc Flesh? So Orc Flesh, then you need a bit of let's go Fire Slave Flesh for a bit of meat. And got Agros Dunes for a bit of clothing. And probably go Grunt of Fur as well. Then again, it's a lot of brown going on at the top, but that's fine. It's all good.
You just love the color brown, I feel.
But this giant I do anyway. And obviously Muscaven army was just that was very simple to do. Funnily enough though, my Sylvaneth, I didn't really go down the brown route, so that was more of the Apothecary White and Griff Charger Grey.
That's interesting actually.
Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it to it. Is that you? Can you hear those dogs?
Dogs? No, can't hear a thing.
That's fine. That's good. Got some.
Are you hearing things?
Yeah, not quite. Technically, yes, I am. They're actually, physical manifestations of dogs. So, but yeah, I can hear some dogs kicking off in the background. Oh, and the Hungry Horde T-shirt that I've got as well. The one with the Noblar stirring the pot. I got it from that mech store. Not mech store, the merchandise store for GW.
Oh, really? Okay. Was it official GW merch? Was it?
Yeah. So we got that, and now the wife wants one. wants that T-shirt. She loves it.
Why? Like, oh, she does.
Oh, she just loves it, and she loves the ogres as well. In terms of just because they love food.
Oh, fair enough.
Love eating. So yeah, she's looking.
Should ask her to paint the mall pot.
Oh yes.
See what she wants to make for you.
You do realize it would be just like noodle dishes and like.
Exactly. I've actually seen someone that converted it into like a pot of like ramen noodles. It looks so nice. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
A lot of potential with that.
Yeah, good idea. I just won't take much convincing. That's like, fancy. I know you do, like, you know, you're a good cook and all that stuff, but you fancy painting it, painting the food instead. Right, so let's do a bit more of this Agros Dunes, and then I think we're almost there. Then it's just dry brushing, and then the giant is done.
Wow, impressive.
And then onto another army. And that brings my ogres up to about, because I'm thinking, you know, the point size battles that we tend to have is around about 1,000 to 1,005. So
once I move, and hopefully we can get like a decent sized table, we can get like 1,500, maybe 2,000 point. Or if we start gaming at like some of the clubs, we can do 2,000 point games.
Yeah, it's just time, isn't it? As well, that's one of our main factors. Yeah.
I mean, once we start getting used to the armies that we play, maybe just having like, you know, cheat sheets ready for us to use, we should be able to speed up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if we ever get to a point where we need to play faster games, there are rules to make things go faster. The ones I like are like the ones that make combat go all at once. Everyone rolls all at the same time, and then you just tally up wounds. It's massive casualties. That's cool.
Wouldn't mind giving that a go. Might be fun.
I'll speed things up. You don't have to go back and forth. You just go, okay, everyone's in. Scrap.
Nope. Sorry, Nagash. Been too busy on Monopoly then. So, best battle report of all time. Yes, that was the voiceover you did. It was a good one. Although we did lose it, which wasn't great, but it was just outnumbered. Wasn't it, Matt?
Well, yeah, that's the way it goes, I suppose. Oh yes, AOS reminders. That is such a nice little app and or website to use. Very, very helpful.
It is, and I keep forgetting, funnily enough, so I need to check that out.
You need a reminder to use the AOS reminders.
I need a reminder to use the AOS reminder. Is there an app for that? Right. Walk flesh. Hey, Nagash, what you've been working on? I think I saw your. Did you get? I think you got. Nagash, did you get recently having AOS battle? Because I think you're not on your Instagram. So I can't wait to play again. To be honest, yeah. To be honest, yeah, I'm stoked. I really am. Me and Matt have managed to squeeze in a game now and again, obviously when allowed. So I eat outdoors and all that kind of stuff. But it'd be good to get the actual full-on gaming
game going.
Yeah. No, it would be great because we've got a few clubs as well that's obviously that have invited us to join them and stuff like that as well. So I'm looking to check those out at some point, which would be cool. And then obviously even at the store as well to get some games in there.
Are we allowed to play in the store now, or is that still not a thing yet?
Yeah, still not a thing.
Right.
Not yet.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, true. Well, you got to admit though, with that, no one obviously can say that this has been a good period of time at all. But at the same time, I've leveraged it very well in terms of painting armies.
Well, yeah, I think it's been good in the sense that people who do this hobby have a lot of time to go through the pile of shame that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're probably at like the worldwide lowest point in piles of shame. Never in history has there been less piles of shame or less bare gray plastic going on.
Oh, yes. Oh, I've got to put blood for the blood god on this dead Noblar that's been squashed. Such
blood
a cool
for the blood god.
Mini. Yeah.
Sadly, my guys did not get to chant that in the last battle.
Oop,
got squished way too quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of surprised my Blood Reavers did so much to your Ogre, your Tyrant. But
there's 3+ save, rerolling ones, and you managed to get, what was it, about 3-4 wounds through or something?
Yeah, just for a bunch of Reavers, that's not bad.
Yeah. I think, yeah. My rolling wasn't on point then, but then again, I think both of us...
Then everything else was fine. Everything else was fine, though.
Yeah, but I mean, both of us definitely experienced some poor rolling throughout the game.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. So, Nagash, not much painting of late. However, I'm going to switch a gear and work on painting up my Silver Tower set. Ooh, okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Which would be a nice change up and different to my normal models. Yeah. That's very cool. See, Silver Tower, Cursed City, I know that's a blasphemous word at the moment, and a bunch of other stuff. Those type of games, I always like the idea of it. It's just getting enough players around to actually play it and enjoy it and all that kind of stuff as well. It's obviously the reasons why I don't really invest into it, but I definitely appreciate people who do, and obviously such great miniatures in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a shame what happened with Cursed City, although I'm hoping at some point that whatever did happen, they can correct it and can come back out again. But
yeah,
I don't think we've had actual official word as to what happened or what is happening with it.
But I think because they're selling the models from Cursed City now, I think individually, so you can actually buy them separately. I think that's the massive sign in itself. But
could be. Yeah. Hard to say. I mean, that's what they would do anyways, because I mean, Silver Tower, all their models from Silver Tower eventually came out, right? So they might. I mean, they kind of have to bring out some of the models because I mean, like the main bad guy Radukar, he's part of the Soul Blight, so you kind of have to release him at some point because he's in the Battle Tome, right? So he has to come out relatively soon. So it makes sense for him to come out. Same with all his minions and all that. The protagonists or the player characters, they're all like cities of Sigmar, and that might come into play in the next Broken Realms book. So they might come out soonish as well, because we know the father-daughter vampire hunter team that's coming out in the next Broken Realms book, supposedly. So I can't imagine that the Cursed Cities protagonists will be very far behind. That is not to say that it'll stop the, like, I don't think it's a sign that Cursed City is done for good. And I hope that does come back out, because, it would be kind of cool to get into a board game like that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm just not holding my breath. That's the only thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is that, yeah.
It'd be At good, this point, I wouldn't put any, like, major faith or any, like, I wouldn't put a gamble on it. Let's put it that way. But if it comes back, that'd be great.
Paul. Hey, Paul.
Oh, welcome, Paul.
So he's poking his head in. He says, loving the map update. So, yeah, that's something that Matt's been working on in the background, which is, again, very cool. He's added a lot of locations and obviously from the community and points of interest that obviously Matt's established as well. So that's some cool stuff definitely going on there. In fact, if
anyone else wants to contribute and think about like just not just faction specific places, but like neutral places, just places of interest, things like that, feel free to shoot me a message anywhere or leave a comment in the video description or below the video description, and just let us know.
For sure.
I mean, I'm just one guy, and I can think of a lot of things, but like multiple people thinking at the same time, we can get so much more done. We can add so much more interesting stuff to the maps.
Yeah,
because it's all about creativity, and the more people you have working on it, the more creative stuff will come out.
Yeah, and the locations that we do create as well, they will be obviously contested, shall we say. So they will go back and forth of who owns and all that kind of good stuff as well. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting, especially when things start picking up as well. So, Nagash, me and my mates play off the Silver Tower, just the two of us, and it's good fun. That's
cool.
Exactly, that's cool. That's cool. And apparently GW stole someone else's IP. I'm assuming this is relating to the Cursed City. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times, and then I've heard a few things which sound kind of plausible. One of them is like it's something related to Brexit, and like because something about like it's saying that it's made in the UK or made in England or whatever, and they can't do that because there's so much sourced from EU or sourced from China or whatever, so they had to stop because of that. There's other things saying that because parts of it were made in the EU and there's some trade problem or whatever, or production problem. Fine, okay. And then I've heard that they've stole artwork from Magic the Gathering or something else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true that is. Which is another funny thing is because recently I looked on, I think it was Reddit, and someone noticed that there's, the new vampire model that was kind of controversial. The, half vampire, half whatever disgusting thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
The vampire centaur thing.
Yeah.
Apparently that is very similar to a Magic the Gathering card as well. So I'm wondering, is it a good time to panic buy that model? Because is GW going to pull it off the lines at some point? I think in Magic the Gathering it's called like Vampiric Spirit or Spirit of Vampires or something like that. So
Nagash saying vampire ladies from Magic,
yeah, there you go. So if it's an IP thing, are we gonna need to panic buy whatever that thing's called?
I have no idea what it's called, to be honest. No idea.
Vingorian Lord or something like that.
Yeah, I was looking at pre-orders. So what do you think, actually, Matt? Here we go. So, right, so you get 20 skeletons, 20 zombies. But the price for 20 zombies, I mean, again, if I was collecting Soulblight, I'll go for Horde, so obviously it's, it's going to be pricey. Especially, obviously, we're talking about buying from GW as well here. But it's like 34 or £34.50 for 20 zombies.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this hobby is not cheap. Let's not kid ourselves.
No.
And it's never meant to be cheap. Never was, never will be. The way things are, I mean, basic units being 30-ish pounds, pretty common nowadays. Like any like 10 or 5 units. I mean, it depends on what role that unit fills. Because if it's elites, you'll pay like 30 something for like a box of 5 very easily, very commonly. Whereas if it's chaff and or horde or whatever, you'll get 20 models for about 30-ish as well. So it sounds about pretty on point, really. Maybe a touch higher than before for like general boxes, but I mean, inflation happens over time anyways. Sure. So it's quite a natural increase over time.
Yeah, that's a fair comment. So Vampire Lady from, I'm assuming is it RE8? Is that? I'm not sure what that is.
RE8. I don't know. Resident Evil is what you mean.
I was thinking Resident Evil myself, yeah, but I didn't know there's 8. Is it Resident Evil 8? No. I haven't played Resident Evil for a long time.
Resident Evils for days.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't played, should I say, Resident Evil for a long time. So, yeah, wow, Resident Evil 8 now.
Get with the times, Chris.
Is that one with the dead tall, what do you call that? Yeah, that dead tall lady, the most recent one. Is that the one that we're talking about?
Yeah. The tall, giant vampire.
Yeah, I didn't know that was 8.
Horse thing.
Yep. It's wow, Resident Evil 8. It is the best model of all time. Sorry, Nagash. Which one are we talking about?
Debatable. I'm pretty sure most of the internet is debating that at the moment.
Go on, Matt. Which model are we talking about?
I'm assuming he's talking about the Vangorian vampire.
Yeah, Vampire Lady. Yeah.
Half whatever thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice model. It's all right. But I mean, aesthetically, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. And like if you're into like the old school kind of vampire looking vibe, it is definitely. I see so many people just complain about it. Just because it's not my vampire. It's not my vampire. It's not the vampires that I'm used to, that kind of thing.
See, for me, that I agree. I'm a very old school vampire kind of player as well. I do prefer the older themed vampires, if you like, aesthetics, cosmetics, whatever. But it's not to say like I would not attempt to buy it, or like I would like disagree or call someone out if they like that kind of model. I'd be like, oh, that's cool, yeah, you go for it. But you don't want to step on the toes and say like, why are you doing that? That's a rubbish model, blah blah blah. It's nonsense, absolute nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a hobby that lots of people enjoy for different reasons, and some people enjoy that aesthetic, some people don't. Some people love the high fantasy that that AOS has brought to the table, whereas a lot of people like the low fantasy, low fantasy, realistic fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that the old world had. And fair enough, it's not the same thing for everyone. That's okay. But like to kind of step on everyone and say like, no, your opinion's shit, that's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, just stand down, don't you? None of that nonsense.
I mean, it just shows how I don't want to say nothing too offensive to anyone, but I wouldn't want to play with someone that's like that.
No, I do get that. Because at the end of the day, the models are there, they're available. If you like it, buy it.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
If you don't, you can always buy proxies. If you like,
I
see a lot of people complain about GW doing this or doing that, or not doing this and not doing that. I mean, if you don't like what GW is doing, there's so many other game companies that you could go support or buy into that probably will do what you like or will do what you enjoy. I mean, there are a lot of companies that will do things that are very fantasy-esque, as in like they will do square bases. It's very tactical, mass battles, that kind of thing, and that's okay. go for it. And they probably even have models that are very similar to the ones that you're used to in Warhammer Fantasy. That's cool. Yeah. Go for it if that's your thing. But don't just stand around complaining that, GW is not changing to, meet your whims. Because it's not going to happen sometimes.
Alejandro, so now we're talking in like, it's best not to say you don't like stuff. Just, you can don't like it, that's fine. But I'll call on other people out on it. And Alejandro straight away, Space Marine tanks, shit. No, I don't like Space Marine tanks. Yeah. That's all good. No, to be honest, we're talking about the new tanks or the older ones? Because I know the new ones look slightly different, right? And in all honesty, I've not really seen them in person much, so I can't really give a good judgment. But I'm just looking at some miniatures now. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I don't know. Space Marine tanks, just like any other tanks, they're just big, blocky tanks. I don't like. There's not much you can really expect out of them.
No, they do hover, right? Because a lot of these
the grav tanks. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
Yeah,
they filled their role.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you can get out of a tank. Out of a tank. To be honest, I mean, it's a tank, right? But at the same time, no, I get that fully. I mean, it's if it's not your thing, that's perfectly fine. But I think some of them look alright. I think what the hell is it called? Let me just pull it up.
I mean, some of the tanks look pretty cool aesthetically. I don't know how they do gameplay wise. Don't ask. But some of them look pretty cool. The only problem with me for a lot of those tanks is I can't tell them apart because they just look like tanks. It's like, oh, look at that X tank. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that tank is so much better than this tank because of these stats. I'm like, it's the same tank.
Just different weapons on top. But from the outsider's point of view, so we haven't played 40k. Well, you haven't, and I haven't played for years. That it's difficult to tell. But I think the repulsor, I think it's called. Apparently, I've seen some YouTube bat reps, and dear Lord, that can throw out a lot of punishment.
Sure.
But it looks pretty cool as well. But then again, that's obviously my opinion. People don't like the Marine anti. So this is I'm assuming this is the anti grav, if you like. The hovercrafts, call them that. But I love them. Yeah. Tell you what, the later it gets, the more slurred and the words are going to become.
Have you been drinking again, Chris?
Oh, hell no. I tell you what, I've just been drinking Diet Coke and I've got a massive tub of water, flavoured water. No, Alejandro, I am the man who says the mean words. No, Alejandro. That's all good, mate. It's all good. So I used soul grinders in a recent game, which I may have put on the back rep on the Weave about, so that's cool. And people were like, isn't that 40k model?
Soul grinders, ooh, those are massive.
I told them it was a possessed steam tank. Love it.
Hey, fair enough.
Yeah, love that.
Definitely looks very demonic. I'll give you that.
Okay, it's the new buggy. Oh, right, yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I can tell we're totally novices at 40k.
Oh, the new the new Humvee buggy sand dune thing. Yeah, that thing looks kind of funny. I can get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it looks kind of weird in like a sci-fi kind of perspective. I guess it's kind of trying to imitate like what Halo had for their something called a Warthog.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem quite right.
It doesn't. But Matt, you know what? The minute you said that Halo that looks like a Halo grav tank, the whole nostalgia just came rushing by, and now I'm like, I actually do like it a bit now.
Well, all right.
But no, in all honesty, it does look a bit stocky, and it's not. It's not the best design, but at the same time, I probably won't get it myself, obviously, but as soon as you said it looked like the Halo thing, I just went, oh yeah, it does a bit. I'm starting to like it.
GW, if you want to hire me for your marketing team, I'm here.
Just throw away other people's IP addresses and be all good. So it said, poop is that is a meme. That's it. Oh, sorry, I can't even read this. So basically saying that's a meme word as well. Okay. I tell you what, it's just going to get worse. Believe me. It's a good job I'm not drinking. Dear Lord. Going to have forum list. Oh, really? Is that you being serious? Because obviously you put laugh out loud, so I'm assuming that's you being serious, but in a ironic way. I don't know. But no, in all honesty, though, it's Matt. As soon as you said, because obviously I don't know the stat lines either, but as soon as you said that the Halo thing, I'm just looking at the miniature now. I'm just like, yeah, I can picture that. I'm just picturing it kind of green color as well, and. Have you seen the Mario Kart paint job diorama floating around the internet? No?
Mario Kart paint job?
Dog walk. Yeah, no worries, Paul. Catching his bit. Oh, no, I haven't seen that. I'm going to check that out as well. Try and put it up on screen if you can.
I always like the interesting or the funny kind of paint jobs that people do. Like, my crows that I use for Warcry. Someone painted those guys as chickens. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
What else?
Okay, I think this is the one he's talking about. All right, hold on.
On screen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give this. There you go. So this is the one he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's very nice. I like it. It's creative.
That's fun.
There you go, Chris. That's your objective now.
I know, yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's a bit of fun. No, that's it. Don't mind that. That's actually quite like that. In a funny way, obviously. I wouldn't necessarily have it for my army, but no, I can really appreciate that. They're very good anti-tank probs for my or doubles with Pete. Oh, right. Yeah, Pete did actually. I've been speaking with Pete, and he's been doing. I'm going halves with him on a starter set actually, and he's going to take after I'm going to have Necrons, and he's going to take the Space Marines, and yeah, that's cool though.
That's cool.
Yeah, he did mention he was doing doubles, but he didn't mention who with, so that's cool. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I can appreciate that.
Ugh.
Epic. Grim Dark Mario Kart, yeah, that's it. Oh. By the way, guys in chat as well, we're actually looking to go live again tomorrow, roughly the same time, and we're going to have Nuno from Discord and the Neon website as well. So, yeah, come obviously pop by for that as well. That'll be really cool. Show him some love. He's got a great website going, which is very like narrative. It's like a hub for a load of other, including ourselves, but a load of other narrative kind of campaigns, events, all that kind of good stuff that's going to be on his website, and you're just going to give a brief description about it, and then we're just going to do a hobby hangout like this. Just an FYI. So, Matt, I'm just going to do a bit of dry brushing and then blood for the blood god, and then this guy's done.
Nice. I will look forward to destroying him next time.
I know, this is it. Because he's got 12 runes. He's in his, I think it's 5 up save, so he will go down. But the thing is, though, if you focus on this giant, then obviously my ogres will have a...
Exactly. So, I mean, there's ups and downs to it.
Yeah.
He's just like a, what do they call it in 40k? A distraction Carnifex.
Yes.
The big beastie that just takes a lot of hits. Doesn't really do much.
Oh, here we go. Nuno's actually didn't realize he's in chat, but there you go. Better explanation of what's going to go on. Hence why he's joining. So Nuno's going to be on tomorrow. Again, he's doing a hobby hangout with us, and he's obviously going to give us a brief description of what it is, and then we're just going to chill and do some hobby, which would be pretty cool. Probs be here tomorrow for some hangout and hobby.
Always welcome to join us.
Yeah, Nuno was lurking in the shadows. Didn't want to reveal his presence. Negimar, 85. So, hi guys, how's your day been? Welcome.
My day has been long.
So, again, me and Matt both work full time. Obviously, different jobs, of course, but it's now 11 p.m., that is. And both working. Matt, you've done night shifts, right? Night shifts, yeah. Obviously, I've just been working, but nothing. We need this hobby time, right? To have a bit of fun, get creativity, juices flowing, and almost done my giant. So that's pretty cool.
It's always a great motivation, isn't it? Just seeing like getting something big out of the way, or getting something like big and something really
huge, big,
monumental.
Yeah, exactly.
Monumental or some sort of milestone.
Yeah,
for your hobby or for your army. That's always good motivation.
Yeah, this is it. And from ogres, it's pretty much done in that sense for the time being, anyway. Because then I will be thinking a bit more into for the 2,000 point stretch. Also, because I need a butcher, I need the cauldron, then I need to decide whether I'm going to go with more gluttons or am I going to go with the stonehorn and stuff like that. But I'll give some.
It's going to be my next motivation piece.
Is that your bloodthirster?
It's my Scarbrand.
Scarbrand. Sorry, I can only see his wings. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, there you go.
Oh, Scarbrand, no.
It'll be fun to paint up.
So, Nigma, how are you? Anyway, thank you for joining.
Ooh.
So, listener requests for the Neon website. That'd be good. What do you want from your narrative scene? So again, we'll be definitely going into a lot of detail tomorrow, going through the website, all that kind of good stuff. But it's great stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Oh no, for sure. Honestly, Kitten. Going to call you Kitten. But yeah, no, for sure, I agree. When it comes down to the hobby hangout session, it's massively having other people to hobby with and hang out and all that kind of stuff. It's great. I do love it myself.
I think especially in the last year, because everyone's just been so... Sorry, I'm choking on my own spit. It's been so isolative for everyone that everyone's just, been away from the thing that brings other people into their lives, right? We used to go hobby and paint together or play together in store, and that's how we socialize sometimes. And, that's just a part of our lives that we just haven't had for the last year. So I think doing this is so nice and so therapeutic in a way.
No, for sure. And it's always great obviously hanging out with the community and other stuff as well, just getting the it's basically just having a laugh talking about hobby as well. It's like that Mario Kart thing. I wouldn't have come across that otherwise. That's just cracks me up. Oh, there. Bloody hell. I was looking for the blood god and it was right in front of me.
The blood god is over here.
So is that what you're working on next month?
Yeah. Because I'm thinking for the campaign that we're going to have for a certain very special gate,
we're going
to have something happen, possibly with demons involved.
Mm.
But that's assuming things go well for my corn guys. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've not fought against Sylvaneth before, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to try and not make the same mistake and underestimate people.
No, I was going to say, I've not used Sylvaneth since AOS very first came out because I had my Wood Elves originally.
Really?
Yeah, so it's going to be a new experience for me for sure.
I'm sure they've changed quite a bit since then as well.
So Negima, I have I'm fine, and obviously been painting myself as well. So what have you been painting then?
Show us.
One of us. Oh, thank you, Biker Scouts. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. So yeah, it's great. Me and Pete chill in a PlayStation party while we hobby. I always make much more progress than on my own. Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. And in fact, Pete, I don't know whether he's in chat now or not, but Pete actually does join in on our stream as well quite often.
I've seen him pop his head in once in a while.
Yeah, he's normally lurking in the shadows.
Right. Typical Zinch player.
Yeah.
Lurking and scheming.
Okay. I think I've got the squashed Nobladum right. Got splattered a bit of blood on it, a bit of blood on the giant's foot as well. So yeah, got a bit of blood on the Noblar on top, chewing on the whatever meat he's chewing on, and then got time for dry brushing. Sweet. Oh, he's in work. Yeah, he does night shifts, doesn't he? Quite often. Well, I think he does that most of the time, right, Pete? So,
what does Pete do? I've never actually asked him.
Last time we spoke about jobs, I believe he works in a warehouse. I believe. I think he may have moved. I think he's like a manager, going or he may have moved roles since I last spoke to him about it. So again, most of the time we just talk hobby, but yeah, so
fair enough.
So Negima, been doing some Plague Marines. Ooh, so
gross.
Line of pics of them on my Insta. Okay, yeah, cool. So what's your Insta? Do you want to put your link into your Insta in the chat, and I'll have a look. That'll be pretty cool. I was going to say, you can either put it in the chat or you can just put the name of your Insta page, and then I'll search for it. And same goes for anyone else in chat as well. If you want to show some of your miniatures on Insta, let us know. We'll get them up on screen. We shall debate, rate, and let the blood god decide.
We will judge you harshly, criticize every move that you make.
Yes. I will unleash the Inquisitor within. So, what next? Dry brushing. That's what I was going to do. A bit of dry brushing.
Okay.
I think it's just me, but one thing that happens quite often, because Matt, where the camera is and you, when you're shaking paint, it's not too bad, because obviously it looks fine, because it's visible. When I'm shaking paint, It don't look quite right. I need to do that.
Good times. Good times.
Good times.
You say you're shaking paint. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. Bit of water. All right, I think I'm done base coating. Just need to wash and move on.
Ooh.
Let's see.
There you go, mate. I just drop you a follow now as well. That's looking very cool.
Carpet Crimson.
Right, is that, yeah, it should be coming through quite well on screen, right? Yeah, I'm liking that though. Loving the mouth, the more of this machine as well. That's pretty cool.
Let's see this. Oh, okay, nice.
And you got his tank going on there.
That's a nice looking tank. I like it. Oh, you have very nice bases too.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done, you.
Nice little effect going on as well. Again, a bit of the ooze is probably the right word I want to go for.
I think it's Nurgle's Rot. Is that it?
Yeah, Nurgle's Rot or something. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, loving that as well. The teeth. These Nurgle miniatures, right? I've never been a Chaos player. And I think if it were to go Chaos, I would go Slanesh. But I can appreciate a good Nurgle mini. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, I like Nurgle minis for just the amount of detail that they have.
Yeah.
All their gross little bits.
It does look cool, that. So which thing is this? Which chapter is this? Not too familiar with that one. But no, they're cool, mate. They're cool. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Dark Angels is the chapter. Nice.
Oh, were those Dark Angels? Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe a successor chapter, maybe.
Right,
that's
that
Dark
makes
Angels.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. Oh dear Lord. Let's get this paint on. Sweet Jeebus. All right, there you go. Right, let's get this dry brushing doing. Oh, can't wait. And then I think by the end of the stream, for sure, I'm going to have this done.
Cool.
Watching now, I'm dry brushing, the whole thing just snaps off. So I'm just dry brushing there.
Come on. Your giant must be a bit more sturdier than that.
No, the giant is, but what it's holding, the stone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty wobbly.
That's true.
Word I'll use. Okay, so that's a bit of dry brushing of the stone done. And just the dry brushing of the chains. So I'm running the Horus Heresy narrative events at our local con in June. Oh, very cool. That is very cool. So in fact, the Horus Heresy, I'm assuming, so you're playing, because I know is it 30K, I believe, or something like that, is it?
Yep.
Actually, yeah. So, yeah, again, I've never played it myself, but I do love the story, Horus Heresy. Nice thin coats. Nice thin coats. He says,
saying the words of our Lord and Savior, Duncan.
Yeah, but it's heresy what I'm doing at the moment.
Contrast? Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. Man, oh man. And that's it. Get my lead belcher. Let's get a bit of dry brushing going on for the balls. So, Paul, much like the Interstice, I made my own world for the participants to fight on, so their stories could be disconnected from the wider narrative. Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, with the Interstice, Matt, you can attest this a lot more as well. But with the Interstice, we have gone with obviously the Pocket Realm, of course, and granted, although most aspects of the mortal realms wouldn't necessarily impact the Pocket Realm, but we do have the say for instance the end of the Broken Realms. There's a lot of gates that have been destroyed.
Oh, whoa, spoilers, bro.
Spoilers, balls. Too excited.
Wow, man, Jesus. You got prompt people.
I can't really back out of that, man.
Ease that in, man. You can't just go in with no lube. It's no good, man.
To be honest, it's been out for a little while now.
Where's the foreplay?
No, you gotta go straight in.
Jesus Christ, man.
But anyway, it's been out a while, so if you ain't read it yet, get caught up. But anyway,
get good scrubs.
Just get it done. Just get it done. But regardless, so there is a Broken Realms event and other stuff because we obviously haven't read the fourth. Is it the fourth one? Is the final one? I'm not too sure.
Kragnos. Kragnos. It's not out yet.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. So when that is out, whatever occurs there, in the summary will be brought in to an extent into the Interstice. To an extent, should I say? And Matt can attest in terms of potentially additional islands appearing and other stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I might wait for 3rd edition to fully come out as well, just in case 3rd edition throws out like big narrative bits as well.
Oh, very good point.
I mean, it's all pretty close together, isn't it? I mean, 3rd edition should be scheduled for, I'd imagine, July, with Kragnos, the Last Broken Realms book, coming out sometime in June, I'd say.
So,
I mean, short wait. And then we can get all the narrative bits together. Because after that, I imagine they're not going to move the narrative story very far ahead for the next little while.
No.
They've been running the narrative pretty quickly over the last couple of months.
Yeah, no, it's very true. So that's interesting. Do people find it more comfortable to insulate their stories from the main narrative? To be honest, I think it just because we know that obviously big things are, for instance, I think certain cities. There you go, Matt. I'll try and refrain from going straight in, but certain cities may be, attacked and certain things, and if they have their law and stuff based there, and then all of a sudden something happens, then of course it may be mixed emotions, should I say. But if we have it segregated a little bit, I suppose it gives that flexibility. But on the flip side of that, where things happen to the city, then obviously that's the narrative moving on. It's not being, it's not in a stasis, is it? So I think it's hit and miss. In all honesty, I think it's down to the individual more than a general consensus kind of thing. Paul, I'll be right back. And that depends, I actually had my free city set in Jamon, and the recent events there kind of paid to that idea. It can be dangerous and restrictive being constrained. Yeah, it's kind of what we was touching on a little bit there was in terms of, obviously what I said, I won't repeat it, but at the same time, I think it hit and miss. I don't think there's a general consensus. In my homebrew sector of 40K, the sector Nova Crucis, I would say.
Yep.
We are currently having a Necron versus Eldar campaign. Oh, that's very cool. Like for a 30K example, Primarchs play a huge narrative role, which would be deeply constrained if we followed an existing story. Yeah. Okay.
I think this is like if you want to like play like narrative games, but like with like named characters or big characters, you kind of restrict yourself in that sense. Yeah. That's why having something quite removed from like the main like canon story lets you have a bit more freedom, I think.
Yeah.
Because like I can bring out Scarbrand and say that's not Scarbrand, that's someone else maybe. Or if you want to bring out Nagash at some point and just say this is an avatar of Nagash that's wandered his way into the realm. That works. Fine. Cool. Why not?
Mm.
But like having named characters appear somewhere and doing whatever, it's kind of weird in a narrative sense if you're trying to stick with canon.
So, Nuno, in 30K, you always have that constraint that you're playing within a history that is already set, so they are parallel stories, of course. On the other hand, you know what happens already, hopefully, which is true, and to an extent, unless you're actually just completely withdrawing from canon, kind of, the actual storyline, everything like that, and you withdrawing from that, and then you're just creating your own little fluff blurb, if you like, then you can do that. Obviously, because it's entirely up to yourself. But similar kind of thing with, so for instance, we're talking like Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth strategy battle game. That's already predefined. I mean, everything, we already know your story of Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff, and you are playing historical battles to an extent. Where obviously with Age of Sigmar and 40K, it's continuously evolving story. So, yeah, I think it's, again, it depends how flexible you are, and I suppose who you're playing with, and that kind of thing, I suppose, in terms of whether or not, like for instance 30K, if you want to follow that storyline, or do you want to introduce more flexibility, I suppose. But yeah, I guess it's down to the event holder, campaign runner, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, in a way, you kind of have to be a bit flexible with what goes on, because otherwise, if you're playing like 30K and you're having like a storyline battle, and then say this character supposedly defeats another character, and then in your game it just doesn't roll that way, do you really just turn to your partner, turn to your opponent and say, well, in the story that didn't happen, so I win automatically, so GG? I mean, it defeats the purpose of playing the game. So I mean, you have to be a bit flexible, I feel, at least. Okay.
Doing the base, adding a bit of a scenery touch. It's the Mordheim turf that I'm using at the moment for the giant. Does he deserve another tough? I think he does. He's earned it.
That's a sign. That's a sign of how much effort you've put into that model. Does it deserve one tuft or two?
Oh, I've gone with 3, mate. I tell you.
Oh my goodness, that's momentous. Epic level of tufts.
Oh yes, means business. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of touch-ups, but the giant is pretty much done. I just need to touch a bit here and there, but yeah. Good stuff.
Cool. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you kindly.
What's next?
So,
Idoneth.
Pretty much, because in terms of Age of Sigmar armies, yeah. Obviously, we've got this guy that I was thinking about just basing Space Marine guy. So I was thinking about, especially the time it is now and all that, just going over that rather than starting the Idoneth, getting those out of the box and gluing and all that jazz.
Another excuse. Another excuse.
I finally finished my custom Space Marine tank. Ooh, cool.
Oh, cool. Give us a look-see.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it. I think the giant's done.
Nice.
Huzzah!
Now, are you going to add any more to your ogre army anytime soon? Do you think?
No.
No.
Not right. Not anytime soon. No, I'm gonna mainly just because I think the point wise, it's actually.
It's good for the games we play usually.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I've probably got I'll need to spy a butcher, and that'll bring it up to about almost 1,005. So it's it's
exactly a good point to stop at, I think, for the time being.
Yeah, exactly that. And then it gives me time just to think what I want to do as well with the additions, whether I'm going to go with more gluttons or obviously that ogre riders and all that jazz like Stonehorn.
Oh yeah, right.
So it's a combination of a Baneblade and Land Raider. Ooh, Baneblades are huge. And Land Raider is obviously pretty big as well.
I have no reference or scale of these things, so I have no idea.
No, the Baneblade.
It sounds impressive.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Like your giant, big boy.
Oh no, bigger than that. I'd probably say it's a Gargant level.
Ooh.
Time to skedaddle, boys. If you series call before bed, so have a good night, guys. Yeah, no, thank you for joining, Kitten. So yeah, have a good night.
Around, Kitten. Hopefully, we'll see you sometime, during the store birthday, maybe.
Yeah. Take care, mate.
Get that shopping list done. Have a good night, yeah.
To be honest, I think I'm gonna pop in on the 22nd, so basically Saturday, and then obviously get the 40K shenanigans, and then yeah, at least I've got the box ready, prepped, and then start cracking on.
Anything else that you plan on buying?
No, it's just to be honest, because I'm going half repeat on the I think it's the smaller edition of the box. So
right.
And then I'm going to get the big box
Crusade or the whatever it's called. Yeah, that'll get you a good size army.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so then I'm going to have the starter set as well for my Space Marines and Necrons, and then I'm going to have the Necrons from that set as well, because Pete's going to have Space Marines for the 2-player tournament thing that they're doing. And then that'll do. And obviously, if, depending on if you've got Necrons as well that you mentioned earlier, then I think my Necron force is pretty sweet, to be honest.
Are you thinking of focusing mostly on the Necrons then?
I'll probably do Space Marines first, to be honest, because I've ordered the captain.
Right.
Yeah, the Force Company captain. So I'll probably focus on those, get those guys done, and then Necrons. Although, in all honesty, I may just go back and forth. Do a unit of Space Marines and a unit of Necrons. Just do that. Yeah.
I mean, that way you'll have both sides of the army ready at the same time-ish.
Yeah, true. All right, okay, so he's covering store on the 26th, I believe he's saying.
Oh, is he? Okay. Which day is that? Is that
might be midweek, is it?
Middle of the week, something?
It's 22nd Saturday, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna see when I go in. Part of it's gonna depend on, what shows up on the Sunday preview. Because if something interesting goes on for pre-order for the Saturday afterwards, I might go in Saturday and then pre-order stuff. But we'll see.
Yeah,
probably a bit too early for third edition stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, true.
I need to pick up a lot of paints. Really, run out for quite a few of them.
Yeah, no. Every time we go in, I always buy paints regardless. There's always a pot of paint that I've either run out of or running out of, or it's just dried up. Or because I have got a lot of paints which have like legacy paints as well that I've just had for years and I'm still using.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Wow. But then again, those ones are now being replaced with contrast. So it's no, the contrast. Seriously, I think I got near enough all contrasts apart from probably about 3. I think 3 of them.
That is the dedication.
Yes. Thinking about it, I should have just got like, I don't know whether you save money on it or not, but you can buy them all at once.
The big box. Yeah. I don't know. Do you save money on that?
I actually don't know. Alejandro, I don't know if call this thing Landblade or Bane Raider. Okay. Landblade or Bane Raider. So obviously it's a mixture between Land Raider and let's call it now. Oh no.
Land Raider Baneblade.
Baneblade, sorry, yeah, I was just going a bit too heavy with the basin. Landblade. You got to put on a voice when you say it.
Blade Raider.
Bane Raider.
Bane Raider? Blade Raider? Blade Raider sounds nice. Bane Raider. Bane Raider, Blade Raider. I'd go with one of the something Raider.
Landblade, for me, just play devil's advocate. I'm going to say. It just sounds like it'll be a weapon that would just like cut through things, if you know what I mean. It's like drives to the heart of the problem. Raider, depending on what weapons you equip your tank with. So I'd say give it the name depending on what you've equipped your tank with. So if it's something where it's going to be like devastating or if it's going to be like mass clearance, then I'll probably say give it the Raider as an end. If it's just like one big ass cannon kind of thing, then, or like, las gun or something, or las cannon even, then probably Blade. It's what I would say anyway. Yeah, with the Space Marine as well, Matt, he's got a bit of the helmet missing here at the top, so he's got a bit of flesh showing. And I'm gonna have another go because I've never been great at doing dark skin tone, so I'm gonna give that a go with this chap here because I really want to improve with that.
Do you mean with contrast?
No, I'm not using contrast this time for the skin.
Oh my god!
And it's.
Are you okay, Chris? Is it that late in the night? You're not using contrast?
I know. It's I tried contrast and yeah, I just couldn't make it work at this point. I clearly was doing something wrong, but I think I'm going to go with a method that I've just seen on YouTube, and I'm just going to give that a go.
What's this method?
So it's using Dryad Bark and then Druchii Violet shade over the top. And then just like using Dryad Bark again just to highlight it a bit more in certain areas, and then you can apply different additional layers on top, but I've not bothered with that. I'm just going with I just go with something that looks good. It doesn't need to be too like 3-4 layers on it kind of thing. So that's the technique I'm going to go for. It's just using Dryad Bark, Druchii Violet over it, the shade, and then again, just bring it up a bit with Druchii Bark again. Give that a go. See how it goes.
Really, that sounds really, really dark.
Yeah, exactly. This is again. I've seen it as it was on YouTube. This guy was doing it and it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a go. Okay. Yeah, again, it's a test model anyway. So
and you just highlight with the dried bark.
Yeah. So he's pretty much doing it. Then it did do additional highlights on top. But yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway.
You know, whenever I've done dark skin tones, I think I used, what was it? Doombull brown?
All right, yeah.
Something like that. It's one of the more orangey looking browns, I think, for like the highlights, and sometimes mix it in with like, I don't know, Cadian Flesh or something, just for like the final, like very, very tip edge highlights.
Right, okay.
But I don't do dark skin tones very often. Once in a while, just if I'm having like a large army of a lot of people with flesh tones, then I try to mix it up a little bit just to get rid of the monotony.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I did run it by Josh as well in store, and he seems to think it'd work as well. So, because obviously before I bought it, I was like, I've seen this guy do this, and he was like, would it work? And yeah, seems to think it would. But again,
anything would work, really. It's just a matter of what you want.
I'd say that, but with contrast, it was a bit of a disaster when I did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So again, it's just because when you apply a layer of contrast, and you have to then correct it because you made a mistake. And it's just like, it's turned to kill. So I guess if it's equipped with a long range shooty stuff, it would be Bane Raider. If it was equipped with short range stuff, Land Blade.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd say, yeah, I see your logic there in terms of that. I probably lean to Devil's Advocate again. I'll probably lean towards the opposite of that, but I was just thinking like with a long range weapon, you'd go like straight. Even with range, you'd just go straight to kill kind of stuff. With short range shooting stuff, you're going around shooting heavy bolters here, there, and everywhere, and just all that kind of stuff. For me, that was more raiding. That's how I picture it anyway. But again, it's your vehicle, your story. That's how I envisage the tank, or the idea of it anyway. So the Land Blade I see is more like a precision kind of surgical, like kind of thing.
A surgical strike with a tank, right?
Pretty much, with a massive, devastating weapon, depending on the weapon. So if you got like a long range weapon that was just going to absolutely, obliterate a certain target, then hell yeah. If it's going to go with like a Gatling gun, or like bolters, heavy bolters everywhere, all that kind of stuff, then I'll go with the Raider name.
I just have a tough time imagining a tank doing precision surgical strikes.
40K, mate. 40K.
I guess so.
You should see the tow. That's all what they do. That's what they do. So the idea sounds good. Both sound interchangeable, yeah. That's it. It just depends on what you're after and what weapons you're equipping it with as well. But that's kind of my thought, train of thought. Nice. So I've based this guy. And then Giant's done as well. So obviously that's going to be posted on Insta and Twitter and all that good stuff, Facebook and every other man and dog kind of social that we got. And then I'm going to post the Necrons tomorrow as well, or Necron even, because we've only got the one test model. Well, yeah. So that's some pretty good stuff, accomplishments done for the stream. Don't know what I'm going to work on tomorrow now. Might just have to work on this this testament model. Depends if I get quite a bit of building or built IDNS built, but I still need to think about a color scheme I'm going for those guys. There you go. So we know that works. That's good. Right.
Okay, what am I going to do next?
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Non-oil.
Non-oil, yeah. Always go to that. Always
it's just these things are just so chunky. I'm not sure where I'm going next with it. But non-oil, I think. And then Agrax, and then I'll see if I need to see if I'm going to do any layering or any like highlighting. Yeah. I might just leave it as is because I mean they're chaos. They don't need that much highlighting. But we'll see. True. We'll see.
Oh no! Don't say that, Alejandro. But then again, I suppose you're part of the Imperium, so you would say that about the Tau. No, I really love the Tau. I really do. They've got some. What you call it? Let's be honest. The four factions are really like 40k. So you got obviously Space Marines, of course, Imperial Guard or whatever you call them these days, Necrons, and Tau. They're probably my 4 favorites if I had to choose. I mean, obviously there are many others that I do like, but I think they're my top 4. Dropping a Bane Blade with a parachute. One big ass parachute. Yeah, from orbit, yeah. Too right. Just drop it there, especially if you're going to go with the Raider name, and then heavy bolters like everywhere. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. That's cool. Giant's done. I keep saying it because I'm chuffed.
You just don't know where to go in life anymore. My Giant's done. What do I do with my life?
Yeah. That's it, because the ogres are pretty much done right at this moment in time. I literally have this one test model in front of me now that's just drawing. And then I've got my Lumineth that I need to start assembling.
Lumineth.
Oh my word, Lumineth.
You really want to get those Lumineth.
Oh no. I can't help it. I keep... Oh dear Lord.
To be fair, I can see why you'd say Lumineth, just because they're much more frequently updated or frequently talked about.
Oh, yeah, well, they've had 2 books.
Yeah, exactly.
I've came out years ago, and then
yeah, just like Teclis, just leave them in the dust.
Oh man, yeah, they just had that. They had an updated War Scroll, or the War Scroll Battalion in that Broken Realm, and then on top of that, they had the the War Band that's coming out as well.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, I guess you're getting that crab. That's
the epic crab. Yeah,
epic crab. That's it.
Look, so I have a drawer full of things that need assembling and other stuff, and it is getting smaller. Ooh, you know what I could do? Because I've got the the Idoneth scenery piece as well, the ship.
Oh, the ship.
Yeah, because I've got that assembled and it's all sprayed, so it's all ready to go, and I can start possibly doing work on that. It's just a color scheme I want to do. I was thinking of going with
it's a ghost ship, isn't it? So I mean,
yeah. So no browns, but I'm thinking of going with
the brown ghost ship.
Yeah, the brown ghost ship. Well, it's like a wreckage. It's pretty much what it is. But yeah, I'm going to go with the probably Griff Charger Grey. Imagine.
Okay.
Cool. And it'd be very straightforward as well, the scenery piece to do. I think a few little bits I might try and make a bit fancy, but yeah.
You're gonna start doing that now then?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, actually. So, Alejandro, is that a bird or a plane? No, it's the Emperor's Fury in the avatar of a 100 tons tank.
Oh, man.
Oh, love it. Whew, man. Can you crack open a window? It's getting quite warm in here.
It warmed up quite nicely today, actually. It was like raining buckets. Holy cow. My God, it was bad this morning. And then it just got like really sunny for some reason. The weather here is kind of weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, for me, it's normal, but yeah, it's weird. All right, Matt, I'll be back in a sec then. And I'll have to get the miniature out.
I am in control of the stream now. Oh, I got nothing. Ooh.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. We've
So, I have
going on since you were gone.
Epic. Yeah, so I've got my... Oh, crap. I just realized I've primed it, but I do need to go over it again because there's a lot of bits that
did you miss some spots?
Missed. Yeah, balls.
Oh well.
Sod law. We'll get it done, right? So...
Yeah, oh well.
Big brush.
Next time. Are you gonna paint prime it?
Yeah, I'm going to now, yeah. Because there's not much, to be honest, that's kind of missing.
Would you prime it in Corax?
Corax white, yeah. That's what I did for my Space Marine just then.
Fair enough.
So, let's do it. There you go, Matt. It's finally happening, though. It's finally happening.
Well, it's scenery, so I don't know how much I would really count, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yes, Ideneth, they are coming from below.
I never thought I'd see the day. I really do like the Ideneth models. Yeah. They're very nice.
Yeah,
I do wish they would give a bit more love. Get a bit more love from GW, though.
No, I agree. To be honest, even though they may not be, again, you know what we're like, Matt, we're not the ultra competitive players whatsoever. So, but I'm thinking of getting the archers as well, just because their dynamic poses.
They look so cool. So good. Exactly, so cool looking. Even just the sword users, the thralls, they look nice too.
Yeah. I'm going to have a mixed army anyway. It's definitely not going to be eel heavy or anything.
Oh, please don't. I've heard that's quite painful to play against.
Yeah.
I don't actually know why. I think it's like something about their saves.
It's the saves, and I think it's the shock aura as well that they can do as a collective when they charge in. It's like
shock aura.
Yeah, it's like a load of mortal wounds.
Oh, really? Okay.
From you can, two different type of eel guard.
So Alejandro's saying his 4 favorite 40k factions: Necrons, fair.
Necrons, yep. The guard, Mechanicus, and the Space Marines. So yes, they are in my top 4, apart from Change Mechanicus with Tau.
Mechanicus are kind of cool, just model wise. They have like weird, funky stuff.
Yeah,
but it seems really weird to me.
Well, they believe in the machine god, don't they? Think so. It's
yeah.
And
let's see. What do I like? I can't say for lore wise, but just purely from aesthetics, I like the Custodes, like the Tyranids.
Oh yeah,
like Tau.
Yeah.
I guess everyone has to like Space Marines at some point or another. Chaos Space Marines probably more than the normal Marines.
Ooh, nice. Apologies for the noise, by the way, if you can hear a load of tapping going on. Just trying to reach the dark places on the ship.
Where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably, not bad shout there, Matt. Tyranids are really cool. But again,
I wish they would get a bit more love from GW, because Tyranids don't get anything nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I do want the because again, it just when I did have those many moons ago, I did a kind of alien theme, so like black, green, luminous green kind of stuff, like and all that kind of good stuff. It's fun. But again, if it painted it now, it'll be a lot better, because I did that theme when I was about 13. It was a very long time ago. The Mechanicus probably have naughty magazines about toasters. Love it.
Oh man, that is comment of the day. Nice. Nice.
I love it. Oh, that's cracked me up. Much needed.
Good times.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave that comment on there. This is that good.
Like I said, comment of the day.
Yes.
All right. I have to dust off old Scarbrand, because he's been sitting on my shelf for too long.
I'm quite terrified of that.
To be fair, he's all right. Rules wise, he's kind of I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
He can be really brutal. It's weird, because how most monsters get weaker as they get hurt, right? He gets more angry, so he gets more powerful as he gets hurt.
Right, okay.
Which is a double-bladed sword, because, I send him off, okay, fine. He gets hurt a little bit, and then he'll do more, but that means he's closer to dying. So for him to be effective, he has to be really close to dying.
Right.
So, high risk.
Yeah, you have to pick your moment, or your target well.
Exactly.
So obviously you can go in, do some damage. What's his so is his stat line like normally? How's that? Is it okay or?
It's all right. I mean, it's regular kind of monstery kind of stats.
Okay.
But he gets quite significantly better as the battle goes on, the more hurt he is.
Right. So Alejandro, my 4 favorite AOS factions. So Seraphon, Kharadron Overlords, and Seraphon.
My God.
Then there's a bit of a theme going there.
Yeah, destroy everything from far. Nuke the table with magic or bullets. What about Tzeentch? Tzeentch is really strong right now in the whole magic and range meta.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a shooty kind of person, am I, Matt? So.
No, of course not. You're much more of the upfront and close and personal type, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna because you get a lot of fishies with this ship, so that should be pretty cool. I'm gonna do quite luminous colors for that, I think.
So quite good idea.
Yeah, so it's nice contrast to the gloominess of the Griff Charger Grey.
Not a narrative person. Narrative lizards like that. Narrative lizards, those are nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when we build lists, we just choose. Well, first of all, yeah, me and Matt, of course, when we do play,
of cool.
Exactly. Of course, we want to win because obviously that's what you want to do. But at the same time, it's just definitely, choose a list or army that you actually like, models and all that kind of jazz. Make it work.
I kind of want to adjust like the win conditions, or quote unquote win conditions for our games. Kind of have like you have an objective, I have an objective.
Personal objectives.
Yeah. Just because it's fun and okay just to go for like hold this and get victory points until whoever wins. But like I think it's far more interesting if we have like actual like I don't know narrative element kind of objectives. Like
we did kind of do that once, didn't we? With you and your hunting down the Mongol.
Yeah, it was just like a personal thing. Like my character likes hunting monsters, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like if what was it? You know how in the KO versus Khorne battle, at the very end, the slaughter priest absorbed the blood from the battlefield and kind of soaked in some blood memories and got the name of your admiral. So he's gonna have like a revenge thing against his against your admiral at some point, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Sure. Yeah.
And then what was it?
Then.
Oh dear lord!
Oh god, that'd be way off.
Ugh. And what else? Like when my Lord Arcanum Joseph Geostar was against Drusilla, and I had that nice little conversation.
Yeah.
That nice, well, not nice, but like prolonged duel. That kind of stuff. And then we have like stories out of that. Make it like maybe just part of the objective of that game. Like you want to really kill that one character. And then
and it has to be your character, your hero to kill that character.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it kind of, it makes it like more of a one-on-one combat scenario or something like that where we can make it happen.
Well, like I said, I've made rules for like duels.
Yeah,
you can throw that in at some point.
Yeah, could always give that a go.
I think it'll be fun, maybe.
Well, if we don't,
depending on if I win or not. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Something that I like. You play Warhammer 40 or Warhammer Total War. Have you played any other Total War games?
Oh yeah, I've played them all. Well, apart from actually the latest.
Okay, because like my brother and I, we played the Three Kingdoms one, just because we kind of like that whole Three Kingdoms era thing. And one cool thing about that Total War game is you can have duels between the generals.
Yeah.
And winning a duel has like a profound effect on like what happens with your morale and things like that. So people start routing a lot easier if your general died in a duel, or if your general has to run away to keep him alive. Your army loses morale quite drastically.
That's cool.
Like things like that. I always thought that was really cool. And also, story-wise, it's a lot more interesting that way. Just because a lot of times I feel like the heroes either they sit in the back because they offer buffs, or they get on the front and they get chewed up by, chaff, or they get stuck somewhere and they can't do anything. That's kind of dull. So if I can bring them out and make them actually have like an epic fight with the other general or the other hero, that's so much more interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. Alejandro, so now speaking for real, leaving my reptilian
waifus.
Yeah, waifus.
Do you have female lizards?
So Khorne, mainly more humankind, so Matt, similar to your is it Bloodbound, is it, or something?
Bloodbound,
and then so ghouls, flesh eaters, and then 2 is KO, and then beastmen. Yeah, hence your golden beastman.
And yes, it is a JoJo reference. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah. I think actually when we first released the video, we got a comment around that, didn't we, Matt?
Yeah, we did. In fact, Alejandro, I'll show you something. One of my other heroes. Oof. These things are getting heavy. Christ. Careful. Okay. Oof. Let's see. Where are you? Ooh. Oh no. Things have fallen.
All right. So while Matt's looking for his miniatures, has anyone else in chat got their favorite 40k top 4 and Age of Sigmar top 4 armies? So I think 40k for me personally has said Space Marines. We're not really going into chapter because again there's so many, but Space Marines in general. Not in no particular order, by the way, for me personally, but Space Marines, Necrons, Imperial Guard, or whatever they're called these days, and then I'd say Tau.
Were they not called Imperial Guard at some point?
Yeah, that's what they're called now. Before, but I think they're called something slightly different now.
Oh, are they? I had no idea. That's interesting.
I mean, they still get called Imperial Guard, but I think on the GW.
Oh, after Militarum, you mean maybe?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Well, to me, Imperial Guard.
Fair enough.
It's like Dark Eldar, called something else now, called Dark Eldar.
Drukhari.
Yes. I'll probably get used to the names. Just I've been out of 40k scene for a long time, so I've still got the old terminology.
Fair enough. Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
So, Alejandro, I have this character I've made up a good while ago. Oh, here we go. So he's a Stormcast, and in my lore, he has been reforged incorrectly to the point of where he has become a Lightning Revenant, but he's still managing to hold his physical form. So he has his Lightning Revenant kind of hovering behind him, throwing out punches, because in order to control his anger, he has to chain his arms up. So, another JoJo reference for you there.
I was going to say, that's really cool, man. I think you posted it on Instagram as well, didn't you, Matt?
Yeah.
Let's pull that up in a sec.
I've earned your respect. Oh, my job here is done. Oh yes, if you're wondering the name, he is, what was it? Cujo Geostar. Just gotta glue him back onto the base.
Astra Militarum sounds better. I've just got to get used to it. That's my problem.
Either way sounds all right, I think.
Huh?
Either way sounds all right, I think.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, for me personally, I just need to get used to the new terminology of the names and all that stuff. It's like, I suppose with Age Sigmar as well, it's like dwarfs or dwarden and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought, the ship, I thought, you know what, it's going to be quite straightforward, and it's clearly not. There's a lot of bits to this. Still a lot.
That's why the spray is always better.
Yeah. I was thinking, save a bit of time doing this now, and then tomorrow I can get cracking on with it on the stream, but then again, it depends on the weather as well. So I'm not sure if it's going to rain tomorrow, so it might be worth doing it now.
That's true, yeah.
So Imperial Saints who liberated the Nova Crucis sector, my sector, made his flagship a dick joke. I think we need a bit of context around that, because I'm not even going to try and pronounce the vast majority of the beginning bit there.
Okay. Ooh, it is getting kind of late now.
No, it is, yeah.
Do I want to shade this thing?
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think once I've pretty much almost done this one side of the ship anyway, so I think once I've based that, then at least it's a bit of progress done there, and there's actually a lot of fun and fancy things on this. What do you call it? On the seabed.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Ooh, interesting times. Oh, I watched Thingy the other day, Matt, as well, last a few nights ago. Have you heard of Brightburn?
Brightburn? No, what is that?
No, so it's like a thriller. I won't say it's a horror, really. It's like a thriller. It's basically, do Superman's origin kind of stuff? Like he came here. Yeah, and obviously, it's obviously the farmers, adopted and blah blah blah. Anyway, so similar kind of principle, but it's like a evil version to an extent.
Oh, okay, so evil Superman.
Yeah, but it doesn't like age. Well, obviously, it does age from when he first adopts, but it's more like it's like a young teenager, and just it's like the dark side kind of thing, and it's pretty good. I wasn't overly chuffed with how it ended. Well, I thought the ending was good, but I thought just the way the film ended as such. I mean, the story was good, but the way they actually did it in the film, I thought it was a bit like abrupt.
Was it a film or was it a series?
Yeah, it's just a film. It's about an hour and a half, so it's not too bad. But yeah, no, it's a good watch. With I'm not going to say it's amazing, but at the same time, it's if you're after like a thriller or something like that, I'd recommend that.
My TV watching days are mostly Paw Patrol or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we've stepped away from Peppa Pig.
No, that's good.
That was the bane of my life.
Frozen, is it these days? Is it a bit Frozen?
Or
was that kind
Frozen? Frozen's always Frozen.
Hopefully, the inappropriate kind of teddy bear things that I did the other day, obviously with the toiletry. Yeah. Hopefully
that stopped after a while.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Didn't last too long. Didn't let her last too long.
No, I was going to say, that was good. I was like, oh damn, better not saying you motherfucker. No, I'm kicking off a bit. But what else are Uncle's for? Eh?
Yeah, no doubt.
So the name of the ship was Chodorin Valrak.
Nice.
Nazareth, or in Low Gothic, the majestic Dick of Nazir. Why not?
Nice.
It's clearly, he's clearly full of himself, so why not? That sounds good to me. Clearly overconfident.
Overcompensating for something.
Or compensating as well. Yeah. Oh, I wish I sprayed this miniature properly. Every nut and cranny. No. Lo and behold, I have to bloody do vast majority of the model. Anyway, done.
You got it.
Yeah, so that one ship is
there you go.
Just onto the other ship now. Well, that'll be another stream, I think.
Is there 2 ships?
Well, yeah, one ship, but split in 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. I didn't know that. I thought it was just one solid piece.
Yeah. So you can, in game, you can have them together.
Oh, okay, right.
Have them as 2 separate.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So it's better to have them as 2 separate, really.
Covers more area, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is there a benefit for them having them together?
Just a radius, that's all it is. In terms of, it's just a wider terrain piece in that sense. So you can actually have 2 ships. So you can actually, if I was to get another scenery, I could have 2 big ships kind of thing.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is pretty powerful. Yeah.
Are you going to do that?
Well, I'll see how I get on with this one. If it's... Because, again, I need to use it in game, see what...
That's true. You won't really know until you used it once or twice.
Yeah, exactly. Same with the trees as well. Trees for Sylvaneth is great, but at the same time, it's like... I could, buy trees for days, but then it's like, am I gonna actually be able to field them all? That's the other thing. So.
I have no idea. I'm not sure what the tree setup is like, but from what I've read, having trees is pretty essential to your game.
Yeah. But I do have a fair bit, so that's all right for now. I'll have enough to get me by, I think. But I may need probably just one more, but we'll see. So in its home planet, the novel families have overcomplicated names that show their status, achievements, ancestors, and a long, etc. So also he had 25 kids, so I don't think he was overcompensating.
I mean, you don't need to have, how should I phrase this? A small pistol can shoot just as well. We'll just say that.
Yes. All right, so... Yeah, so Matt, how long do you reckon you're going to be on for? A few more minutes?
Shade, yeah. I'm just going to finish shading like the front bit of this one, and then I'll finish it tomorrow.
Trying to say about, 10 more minutes or so?
Yeah, if you want. Otherwise, we can just end it now. Fine. I can finish this technically off screen. It's not cheating, is it?
Yeah, no, not quite. No, I was just thinking, because I can probably...
I need to get some sleep anyways.
Yeah.
To get myself back into a normal sleeping rhythm.
Yeah, of course.
Normal-ish.
What is normal these days, eh?
Yeah, no doubt. I don't sleep very... I mean, my sleep is pretty broken anyways, just because, kids.
Yeah, of course. I can only imagine, to be honest. I mean,
it doesn't help that I'm staying up to paint and whatnot, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to have painting time at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a little bit more on the ship, and then because I just started the second one now, I'm just starting to blast through bits, and then I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah, we have productive days.
Oh yeah,
productive streams.
Yeah, completed the giant, done the Primaris Space Marine, and base the one of the ships, and then about a slither of the way through the next one. But yeah, no, solid.
I think I do more work when I'm on stream just because I'm focused on the painting. Because otherwise, I sometimes drift onto YouTube, drift onto Netflix, kind of distract myself, and then I don't get as much done as I could.
No, for sure.
If I'm on stream, then I just kind of focus.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice.
No, for sure. I was going to say as well, so Matt Alejandro's got a question for you.
Wow. Ooh. Well, I'm Asian. I have 2 kids, so we'll just leave it at that.
No, honestly, I think we're gonna call it. So thank you everyone for stopping by, joining the stream. We are looking to stream tomorrow, so that's be around 9:30 p.m. UK time. So obviously, if you can come join us then as well, that'll be awesome. We do have Nuno, who holds like this Neon website, which is a community website, which he basically hosts to an extent, and with a lot of narrative kind of, basically events and stories and all that kind of stuff, including our channel and other channels. All that kind of good stuff is on his website, and he will be on the stream tomorrow. So yeah, if you can stop by tomorrow again around 9:30-ish or 9:30 p.m. UK time, that'll be awesome. So thank you all, and take care, and let the dice tell the story.